welcome to my tutorial. I will show you how I made my advent calendars. Okay, I'm currently in my room trying to wrap things with children not seeing, so I've stacked baskets in the way. Anyway, I'm just going to show you how to do the wrap for the advent calendars on the front where the children will be unwrapping. Okay, excuse the cat, she's being a pain, but nothing I can do about that. Right, so we need squares of wrapping paper, a decent amount, so that you can wrap the tops. It would probably be advisable to wrap the whole roll, but I'm running out of time and I can't be bothered right now, so this is what we have. Where's my sticky tape? So I have an elastic that goes over at that tightness so that it can hold the paper down for the sticky tape to go over. So it took me a while to figure out the hack, but here it is. I start off by putting a small piece relatively close to the top of the roll. Okay, fuck that one. Let's start again. Sorry, Chesty. Got my dog on the bed and the cat, because can't do anything without the animals around you. No. Okay, start again. So, small amount stuck to the roll, and then I'll wrap the sticky tape around the other way so the sticky side is on the outside and back onto itself, so that when I put my paper on over here, it has stuck on. You don't want to mess it up. I'm trying to get a good angle. Take that side's on, this side's on, if you can see that, and we will pull this down and stick it to the tape. Oh, Chester. And this one down, so it's stuck to the tape, so you'll be left with what looks like that. And then we'll just tug these so that they make it as neat as possible. If you have some tape underneath there, they should stick. If not, then that's why we use the elastic. It's relatively stuck. We'll get the elastic just to hold them down. And then I have my other pieces to wrap around the wrapping paper. Another piece here in case that wasn't long enough. And remove the elastic, and we have one of the 25. I would show you all the rest, but they are behind the cat. I have some red ones, silver ones, and some blue ones, so that when we stack them to make our tree, we have all different colors next to each other. I'm making 2 advent calendars, so I'm doubling up. Right, that's how we wrap the paper on the toilet rolls. Okay, I've added the next 3 wrappings, slightly sped up so that you can see them again. I stopped using the elastic band toward the end because it stretched a bit, and using my hand was just as good. Right, so this is our finished product, what we are looking for. I'll show you the process of stapling them together. Not every single one is stapled, but doesn't quite line up, but you know what? It doesn't matter. So once we've stapled it all together, we will be filling them with whatever treats you want. And then I have actually got scrap paper, got lots of scrap paper, so it's basically a half an A4. So once each one is filled, we will crumple up a small piece of paper and just shove it in after the sweets or whatever you've put in there, so that once the back is wrapped, they don't all start to fall out, just to keep each section with its own little goodies inside its own little spot. Right, so I'll show you the stapling. Right, so basically I'm putting them face down so that the fronts can be as equal as possible, because the tops, they're not all the same size. That's what happens when you buy cheap toilet paper. And this will be the base. So we've got, let me do a silver and a red. Trying not to let my colours have the same colour next to each other. I'm only going to staple, I've stapled these two together, those two together, and then those two together. So that makes the base of our tree. So I'll put that aside for now, and then I'll get 6. I've got my little drawing. I have 3 different colors, the silver, blue, and the red. So I'm actually going off my colors to see what I'm doing next. So I've got, let's see, we have here blue and silver, silver and red. I'm going to go with the, so we'll go silver, red, blue, silver, red, and blue. So I will staple this row together of 6. Ugh. Trust my stapler not to work. I think it's these staples. Hang on. I think my staples are actually too small for the stapler. A little bit too small. So let's just try again. Okay. Oh, so we'll do a row as close to in line as possible. Right, so I'm stapling on row by row. Last row. It's quite good. And yeah, I'll add the next row. Right, so I'm going layer by layer, or row by row. These two need to be stapled together, more like a tree. Laying them flat on the table, like I said, so that they are even on the front. And then the last one. I'll staple the last one to both rolls at the top. So we have our second tree. Right, so I can't show you what I'm actually doing all the time because the camera angle's just not working. Anyway, so I'm going to lay my tree down, backside down, and outline, draw a basic outline of the tree. You can see it there. And I've kind of cut as close as I could. And then I've cut toward each little loop so that when we put this over the back, we can sticky tape it down neatly and wrap it. So I will outline and then show you how that looks. Here is another shot of the outline if you didn't see it in the video. Right, so I have filled my trees up with some goodies, and I have all my bits of paper to shove in before I put the wrapping on the back, and I will show you when we get there. And we have all the paper in. When you're putting it in, if you have any lollipops in there, suckers, sticks, be careful, maybe put your hand on the other side so you don't actually push the paper ball in and break the front of the advent, which is what you don't want to do. Okay, now I'm going to put the backing on. Right, so I have put my backing on, and I'm going to try and wrap it as neatly as I can onto the actual tree. I've stuck with sticky tape at the top here, at the bottom, and then I'll go along and tape all of these, and I will show you when I'm done. I actually want to show you a little bit of this process. See where I made those, here is my outline, and then I cut little lines toward each center piece, that's the one you want to call it, and I'm now sticky taping them all on, bit by bit. If you made your back with extra paper, you'd probably be able to cover the actual toilet rolls. A little bit like wrapping a present. But you get the basic idea, and do it your way. Just tear it a bit there, because at least the balls of paper will keep what's inside there from falling out. And then that's the one side done, and I'll show you when I'm finished. Right, so here it is. I've stuck the back on. Looks a bit messy from the side, but anyway, if you have any leftover tinsel, you could decorate it. But that is our final tree. Right, so I just want to show you how to reinforce it slightly. I keep losing the end of the sticky tape. So annoying. Right, so I've put the backing on. I'll be back. Okay, I have put the backing on, and I want to just reinforce the sides so that we don't have anything escaping. And so what I'll do is, if you can see, I'll move this down, and to put sticky tape right over there, and I'll let it go all the way. Oh. I've done this side. You want as much tape everywhere as possible. I know we're wasting tape, but you know what, it was a lot cheaper than buying an advent calendar with one piece of chocolate for every day, where I've actually put some yummy stuff in. Any bits that are looking a bit torn or whatever, just reinforce it with some sticky tape. And then our first tree is done. And we'll put these right by the fireplace. It's actually standing all on its own. I'm not holding it. Yes. So, that's the trees. Done. Just a few things to note. When you're stapling all the toilet rolls together to make your tree, rather staple more than you need to, so that it's not flimsy once it's fulled. And then when you're putting the wrapping paper on the back, rather cut a little extra so that when you do wrap it, it's a lot more strong around the edges and it can't fall apart. And also, after you've put in your paper balls, to seal up each one, this can be optional. You might want to close them off with some sticky tape to hold the paper balls in. Some of them were a little bit loose. Other than that, I think it's not too bad. Thank you for watching my tutorial. This is the first time I've actually put my face on camera, so please be kind. Here are some of my outtakes. This always happens to me. Hang on. Skip that dumb one and do another. Oh god, that's a bit long. Hang on. Redo. Slightly further. Bits. And this is the front of... Ah, shit. This one fucked up on me. I'll fix it.